Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And would you look at the portfolio? We started off the day really bad. It looked like to me that the market was going to be bad. But then, boom, Jerome Powell did in fact speak. And you know what he said? Do you know what he said? He said that inflation will most likely go up a little bit in the short term, but then go back to reality in the long term, and that they will not raise rates through 2023. So most likely by 2024 they'll start doing that. But you know what? I have no idea. What I've been saying recently since I've been working, I do see that prices are in fact going up. Basically almost anywhere. I see like prices going up. You can't really buy the same things anymore for the prices that they were like a year ago. I see food being a little bit more expensive. I see just like my dad, he's a roofer, right? He says that a year ago, like getting a plywood would be like $20 and now it's $40, doubling up in price. And just things like that, like with the inflation, when they say that the inflation will go up but then go slowly back over time, maybe, but I don't know, man. I really don't know. I think maybe they might increase interest rates sooner than 2024 or whatever they said. I do believe once they do that, the market will go back down to reality. This is why I am not freaking buying stocks, guys. I'm sorry. This is why I know my videos are boring. I really don't do much in the portfolio. I'm a long-term investor, right? I'm not no swing trader or anything. I like to hold my stocks. It's just better for me. I like to know what the stocks that I own and what I'm doing, and I don't like stressing about these kind of things. And for me, I am not a buyer of the market. To be honest, I'm not. Like, the only reason why I'm even doing it, Neo, to $45 is because I love Neo, right? I just love it. I would love to buy Neo at 45, but obviously, I would rather have Neo. I would rather have Neo being at $30 right now. If it means Neo is less risky of a investment, I'd rather have Neo being 30% lower, 33% lower than it is right now. And I would love for it to be dropped down. Like, if it means it's less risky, then yeah, I would love everything to go down. I would love Neo to be $30. I would love that. You know what? I mean, I can get more shares. I would rather buy Neo at $30 than at $45. And right now it broke above $45. So if it stays above these levels, then this will expire worthless. I mean, I'll keep the premium of it, the 213. And you know what I'm going to do if that happens? Guess what? I'm going to do another one. I'm going to sell another put option for next week. And most likely I'll probably do a $42 one or $43 one. Maybe less than that. Because I don't want to buy right now. I'd rather be on the safer side. I feel like it's pretty expensive right now in the market. And once they say they're gonna increase interest rates, whether this being next year, I don't think they're gonna do it this year. Maybe next year, 2022, maybe even 2023. I don't know. That's just like a while out. It's just a while out. You know what I'm saying? It's a while out. I would only buy when it's big red days. See, like I think that was a good opportunity to buy stock. Right here. I believe we will see some more red days sooner before they start increasing interest rates. But I would be very cautious about buying lots of things. I'd rather have a little bit more cash on the side and be more safer and be ready for when the market does decide to correct itself again. I don't think we're done with the correction. At least maybe for the short term we are. But who knows, right? I'm just saying what I think. Because I believe that we could maybe this year, during the year, we would see a lower lows than we have seen here. Maybe we can see Neo going down to 30 down here, or maybe even to 20s, in the 20s. If Neo goes into the 20s, oh my God, then you got to be ready for those things. You never know what happens, right? And right now, I am not ready for these things. I am not. Look at the margin. I'm on 11,000 margin. I would love to get this number down. I would love to get this number down. The ultimate goal for me is to be prepared for these type of things, right? And I'm no financial advisor. I don't think people should. I mean, who cares what I think, right? But I don't think you should really use margin, at least a lot of it. But since the interest rate, it's like the rate that they're charging for margin is like 2.5%. It is insanely hard not to use it for how cheap it is. Like, look at, I'll show you this. I'll show you. Look at this. Look at this right here. Look at right here. I'll show you. Look at this. You were charged $25.38 on the margin that I've been using. And look at the margin that I'm using. I'm using $11,000 in margin. I think before I was using more than that. I think I was using 13, 14,000. So for $14,000 around there, 13, 14,000, they're charging me $25 a freaking month. What? That's nothing. That's nothing for the margin that they're giving me. Imagine for 2.5% and you're borrowing, say, 100K. So for the whole freaking year, they charge you 2,500. Divide that by 12. What is that? How much is that? A little more than $100. They're charging you a little more for $100 for a little more, like maybe like 110, 115, 120 or whatever, for to borrow $100,000. I mean, not 100, $200. I'm sorry, it's $200. A little more than $200. A little more than $200 to borrow $100,000 per month. What kind of freaking? Who would not want to do that? Especially right now. That's why the markets are up so much, because so many people are borrowing money. Maybe not as much as the big dogs. I bet you the billionaires, the hedge funds and all, they're freaking borrowing the living crap out of all the money that they can. Cause look at that. There's how low you can borrow money. It's like basically free money out there. And they're letting you borrow it. And I bet you the rules are different for them than it is for us. Like on freaking Robinhood, it's bullcrap. Yeah, like they freaking limit how much you can use for each stock. They're trying to protect you, they say. And I don't think they should do that. I think they should have a limit. And if you hit that limit, you're screwed. And that's how people learn. But they try to protect you by like, I think like people were having this problem with GameStop. GameStop where whenever GameStop was moving up a lot and moving down a lot, the margin requirements that they have on this stupid app changes every freaking day. Like, well, there was one day, I believe, well, let's see, how much can I buy from this? How much can I buy? See, it says available 6,000. Some days this number would go up a lot because it goes up. And sometimes when GameStop went down, boom, you cannot buy it anymore with margin because it was considered more riskier. Even though it's the same stock, it's always been the same stock. Like, what? They try to protect their money, but they're really just hurting the customer because they're changing their freaking rules every single time. I think you guys notice this. If you are on Robinhood, you would notice. And it doesn't happen to like stocks like NEO. That's why I like NEO a lot. Because I could buy this right now. This number, 13,000, it never changes. No matter how much NEO goes up or down. But they always make it so it changes for certain stocks. Like, if the stock market goes down a crap ton, say NEO goes down to $30, I bet you that this number will change. Because it's considered more riskier, even though it dropped already a lot. And it's the same thing since you're borrowing, your margin that I'm using is 11,000. Look, it says right here. This is the numbers. My margin use is 11,000, right? Right here. My margin maintenance is 22,405. Once everything starts dropping more and more and more, it goes up and makes it so I go on a margin call easier. You know what I'm saying? Like, they change it up so it's harder for you. And it's more riskier. That's why I don't like using margin on this app, because they change the rules every single time. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Like, I would love to be using freaking $10,000 more in margin. $10,000 more. But when the market gets freaking volatile, they change the rules on you. And say, like, I will have like $21,000 in margin use. and the market goes down 20%, I'll probably be on a margin call even though I have more money in my account than I have margin used. And it makes no sense. And that's why I want to get off of margin. So when the market corrects, it goes down a lot, and then maybe we'll see Neo going back down to the 30s. I'll be able to buy Neo at those prices with the margin, and it'll be way less risky for me and way less risky for Robinhood, so they can't tell me when to sell. So say I will have $20,000 when everything's said and done, when the correction is at the lowest point, I will still be able to use the 20,000 that they say I can, because you can basically borrow up to twice as much as you have, so or the same amount. So I have 30,000. Supposedly I can borrow, or I can use $30,000 at the highest point. But if the market goes down 10% in the next few weeks, then I'll go on a margin call. That's why I don't use all the margin that they give me, because one red day and I'm already on a margin call. You see, like, if it was up to me, I would be using all the margin that I can. Why not? It's freaking basically free money. But then Robinhood doesn't want it to lose its money. So, but yeah, look and see. You see the market, with everything said and done, they took the mark. They took what they said in the meeting. They took it well, and everything's up. And Neo is above $45, which is something I didn't want. I actually want those 100 shares, only because I believe in this stock for the long term. You know what I'm saying? Like, but of course, I would love to get Neo at lower prices, but you get. I mean, you just take the opportunity that you can. You know. And if I do have it, I'll be even more on margin. I'll be $15,500 on margin, which would be 50% margin for me, which is okay. I don't like it, because my goal is to limit the margin, and I'm going to freaking buy more. But once the market corrects again, eventually, I don't know if it's going to happen soon or maybe the end of the year or whatever. Whenever it happens, whenever there's bad news, I will have some money to, if my portfolio does get into a margin call or whatever, and it's going to tell me to sell stock or to deposit more money, I actually do have quite a bit of money, quite a bit of cash. Bad thing happens, I can deposit 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, depending on when it happens. Just be ready for it. So that's my view on Robinhood Margin. It is I think it's very good. But then the way that they restrict it, so if there's lots of volatility, they make it so you can only use so much. I don't like that. Like, they're trying to babysit you. I think they should just have, boom, here it is. This is how much you can use. And no matter if the market's up 100% or the market is down 99%, whatever, there should be the number. It stays like that no matter how the market condition is. And it doesn't limit you on a different, like every single day where it's different. That's just my view. There you go.